Funny thing, I like to buy precons. This is a Veruska precon. That might be backwards. Anyway, I like to buy precons. One, because they're fun. It's a cheap deck. It's fun. Got some good cards in it. And who doesn't like Veruska? But, you know, it wouldn't be a Magic the Gathering player if you didn't make your own. And this is one of my little zombie decks. Got like 50 something decks over there. And one day it was a Friday Night Magic before all COVID and stuff hit. Friday Night Magic, and I was like, oh, I need to get home. I've been working on this deck in my head. I've been using a app called Deck Builder at the time, where I created a deck, created decks and such. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go and grab these couple cards, put them together, bam, make me a deck and go to F&M, right? So I come home and I got like an hour or so before it's time to leave here to go to the game store. And I'm looking for a card and couldn't find it. And I go in the app and I'm like, where is this card? And I don't know. I could, the app wouldn't let me, it would not tell me which deck this card was in. I know I had some copies, I just don't know. And I go to my cards and I look for it. And basically what I was doing was like, I had all my separated by color, red, white, blue, green, black, whatever. And I had separated it by creature, instant, sorcery, enchantment, that sort of thing. And then from there, I'd say, here's the A's, here's the B's, here's the C's, right? But that's as far as I went. I'm like, yeah, I can find the A's. Well, I mean, seriously, have you looked at the S's in black or the G's in red? It's a lot. So I came, was like, just had all the A's there, but they weren't in line. So I may have, you know, a braid here at the beginning, and then 30 cards later, another braid or something like that. And so I found myself like going through this stack, like, did I miss it? Like going through it over and over again, going through all my decks, open up a deck, and they're all shuffled. So I'm going through it and trying to find it and could not find it. And an hour coming with it, and I still haven't found the cards I'm looking for. So that started me on my, you know what, I'm going to start from scratch and alphabetize my list. So that's what I started to do. Then deployed to Somalia, came back, and in the process of deploying to Somalia, I started using another app that's great, and come back, and now I'm in the process of alphabetizing all of my cards. How do I do this? Because I was driving myself crazy. What I was doing, I would pick up, I got this stack of cards, right? Like this. And I would like, all right, A, B, C, all these letters, trying to alphabetize it. And before long, if you do that, you're like, does M come after C? A, B, C, D. Okay, M comes after C. Because after a dozen times of putting cards in order, your brain turns stupid. And at least mine does. And I'm like, what am I doing? What is my name? So I had to come up with a system. Like, how can I alphabetize these suckers as fast as possible? Now, I know a lot of people like to organize their cards by set and stuff like that. I'm not that guy. Don't care. Like, I just want to, do I have, I don't know, Vampiric Tutor. I don't care what set it's from or whatever. I just care if I have it because I'm throwing it in a deck. All right, so you can see that's what I've done so far. And here are the cards that are left. So got a ways to go. And there's a method to my madness. But it makes sense. Because who doesn't like the cracked packs? I know some people are like, no, it's better, man, if you just buy the single cards. And yeah, sure, that's true. You don't end up like I've got 16 copies of Snake. But this is hard to do with this tripod, but we'll give it a shot. But who doesn't like the cracked packs, you know? Is it cheaper if I just bought Avacyn for $37? Sure is. Is it as fun? No. So my lands, I got a stack of lands. All right, this, whatever, throw it away, don't need it. All right, so next thing I do with this, you see I got colors here. Red is missing because I just finished doing it. I know this is not the proper magic color order. There's a right order for the colors. However, my brain, 20 something years military, cannot help but think red, white, and blue. Can't help it. And my last name is Black, so black comes last. So my brain automatically, tired, hungover, watching hockey, no thinking, I think red, white, blue, green, black. I know that's not the right order, so don't care. So what I do, I just open up a pack and I just go, all right. I just put them in order just like this. Boom, boom, boom. And this is an artifact. Artifact goes in there in a different stack. White, green, black, red, white, red, red, and then artifact. And then if it's a multicolor goes in a different stack. You see here are multicolors. So that's what I do. Colorless, multicolors, artifacts, black, green, blue, white, and red. All right, so I'll do that with my packs, or like I just did earlier, 500 commons. So 35 packs, and I've got some music playing. I can just cruise through this. This is just fast. It's fun. All right. There we go with another color there, a multicolor, another multicolor, white, blue, blue, white, green, black, artifact, white, red. All right, there we go. So put my artifacts in the pile here, put the multicolors in multicolor, and this is basically what I do. So I put them in these big stacks. These are the stacks I have yet to organize. Keep knocking on there. So basically what I have here are stacks that I've done earlier today. I've sorted into just the colors, that's it. Back in the back, I've sorted into types. So instants, creatures, enchantments, sorcery, creatures. So I've put them in types. So you got what type of card it is. And then from there, I'm gonna bring all the creatures together, all the sorceries together, all the instants, enchantments together of one color. And then from there, I'll go in and alphabetize. And basically what I do now is I just look at it, I'm like, and I'll go, no particular order, but this is what sticks in my head. So I go creature, instant. Can you see that? All right, so creature, instant, creature, instant, creature, instant, creature, enchantment, instant, creature, instant, enchantment. Yay, enchantment, creature, enchantment, creature, instant, creature. The next thing, so I'm just going to pick it up and show you, is I have this. So this is sitting off to the side, and this is the alphabet. So you see, do that. So the first one, the split halfway down the middle is L. So what I basically do is I'm going to look at some cards, and I'm going to say, is this on the left side or the right side? So the first one, this is a giant ox. G fits over here, which is on the left side of this first halfway split. This whole alphabet split in half splits at the K and the L. So basically, what I do is this. So K and L. K to the left, L to the right. So left side, right side, left, right, left, right, left. Let's see, left, right, left, right, right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, right, left, right, right, left. There, 2 piles. That's it. So next thing I can do is, so once I've done all of that, I start at the end. And so this half here, cut in half, is R and then S on this side. So if it's between L and R, it goes into one pile. If it's between S and Z, it goes in another pile. And so that's what I do. I go through. I know it's just killing people to see that. S goes in that one. Right pile, right pile, right pile, right pile, left pile, right pile, left pile, right pile, right, 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 right. Let's see. And right now, like I had to look at I just look at the chart instead of doing the little alphabet in my head. I just look at the chart. Boom. There we go. All right. And then once I have that pile, this side here splits at VW. So V goes on the left, W goes to the right. All right. So left, 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 left. Right. Nope. V goes on the left. That goes on the left too. All right. That was easy. And then from here, I just put in S's, T's, U's, and V's. And if there's too many, I'll just take all one letter out and do that. But first, just to show this website. So this is version 2 point something of the change. So the problem, as I outlined earlier, is it was Friday Night Magic time. You're checking at 6:30, and here it was 5 o'clock, and I'm like, all right, I need to find these 4 cards, and I could not find them. So here is TopDeck, and this is after looking at every single Magic the Gathering app that I could find on the Apple Store. Again, I used every app out there, and I want an app that could carry my phone, that when I'm at a store someplace, I could see the cards that I needed and buy those cards when I'm at my local LGS. So if I go into and I search the top right hand side here, you see the little thing there, and like Veraska something or other, some assassin that works for Veraska. She has a lot of assassins, right? So I just type in Veraska. And if I could type, that would be awesome. So I type in Veraska. Let me just zoom in there. There we go. And you see, hey, here's some stuff here that pops up. I'm like, oh yeah, there she is. Veraska's finisher. That's what I was looking for. Cool beans. So here she is, Veraska's finisher, and I've got Veraska decks and stuff here. That's cool, but let's just finish this. Veraska's finisher. That's the card that I want to put in another deck of mine. I'm building this deck from scratch, So where is this card at? Well, I've got this in 2 of my binders, but I also have this in one of my decks, and it's in this deck here. And if I click on that and I go to it, here's my deck. This is what I call my ex-girlfriend deck. So it's just filled with pain, curses, and Massacre Girl. I mean, yeah, I had 2 ex-girlfriends in mind when I made this deck, boy. But anyway, so this is great. I mean, this is just nice to look at. This is nicer than other apps that I looked at as far as like checking out my decks. I like looking at the mana sources. I mean, this does what all the other apps do. Nothing too special here. The analysis here. So pretty cool about this is that this right here, cards from this deck are powerful or frequently used. That's cool. Synergy. When you click on it, say Judith. Here's what other people be playing Judith with. That's pretty cool. I'm like, ooh, this may give me some ideas, Massacre Girl. I mean, if you don't like Massacre Girl, man, you don't like black mana. Black mana is the best mana, if you did not know that, but it is. So this is just pretty cool, nice and neat. So over a year ago, well over a year ago, I was in Fort Bliss getting ready to go to Somalia, and I bought a big old box of Eldraine cards, and I was trying to put them in, and it was taking me freaking forever. Here I am, Fort Bliss, 35 packs of Eldraine, and I'm trying to put these things in, and I'm doing it the hard way, because what I was doing was I was just going up here, and I'd be like, all right, let's see, what's a card? A braid. I don't know. Just search for a card, right? And I'd find it. Here it is. And it's unfair to show you on this because this is a different website than what it was. And I would go in here and I would click on something and add card, and It was just taking me forever to do it because there's a billion freaking tabs. And I sent the people, the website people, the owners of the app, whatever. I sent them an email going, dude, I am so frustrated. It might even be a Twitter rant. I don't know. It's a twit storm. Twit. And they responded like that. And they were like, hey, man, you're doing that the hard way. There's an easier way of doing that. I'm like, there is? And when I started doing it, it was easier. Quick side note, these cats here on the feedback, I mean, be back online tomorrow. Yeah, Lincoln and other guys, they are lickety split. I mean, I've sent them just like, hey, I think I found a bug, and I sent it to them, or I found this, or whatever it is. Here's my 2 cents. Here's a poem that I wrote in the middle of the night. Magic cards are red, white, and blue, right, or whatever. They are lickety split when it comes to returning phone calls. Phone calls, text messages, help messages, emails, whatever. I sent them email. Even in Somalia, they were like, in the middle of the night, bam, hey, we saw this. Here's your answer. I've never seen such fast and prompt customer service. Holy cow. They are really putting in a lot of work to make this the premier app. This thing's got so much cool stuff in it. I mean, news. I mean, just pop into here. What's going on with the news? Hey, here's MTG Goldfish, and we're going to look at a deck. That guy cracks me up. Or you look at the metagame, right? Here's what's going on with the metagame. Holy cow, right? Gruel Adventures, Demir Rogues. Still kicking people's butt, right? So, all this cool stuff. I mean, my decks. I mean, you can go in here by this. You can sort by arena. If I've, these are some of the custom tags that I've built, formats, homebrews, in progress, whatever. You can see all sorts of cool stuff in here. But here we go. My cards. How do I input my cards? So I go to my collections. And this is an old one before Somalia. This is like 3,000 cards too late. And yeah, it's time to buy a new trackpad. So here's the one that I'm in the process of updating. And here's the easy way of doing it. So here's my stack of cards that, honestly, 2 songs, alphabetized. That easy. And never once did I have to sing that song to my head because I have the alphabet written on a piece of cardboard that I can just look up. Where's G? Okay, G's right there. All right, because after a while, your brain turns to mush. And so what I do is I put my stack down on the desk here and look at the top one. All right, the top one is Alpine Moon. First, we go to Edit and type in Alpine Moon. All right, and then I pick up my deck. How many do I have? I've got 1. All right, so 1 Alpine Moon. And which set? This is 2019, and it's not a foil. Bam. Put it down. All right, here comes another good one. All right, so this one is Arcane Teachings. Yeah, so Arcane Teachings. All right, and I got 2 of those. But it's a good example because I had 2 different kinds here. All right, so the first one I got is the Scales of Justice. What set this is, I don't know. Judgment. And then the second one is the St. Andrew's Cross. I don't know. So there it is. And what's cool about this is that before, I didn't worry so much about getting in the right set because it was too much of a hassle to go in and figure out which set it was. Other apps that I use, I'm just like, close enough, man. I just want to know if I have an Arcane Teachings. That's all I care about. But now, because of this is so easy, I can just look up here and see. And if it's a promo set and some other sort of, 12 sets, I mean, heck, you want to see something funny? Check this out. Shock. Bam! After we go down past Barb Shock and all that, here we go. Shock. From there, all the way down to here. Cool beans. There's a lot of shocks right there, right? So if you look on the right-hand side, I've got 9 copies from 2021. I've got 1 copy that's foil from 2020. I've got 5 copies of regular 2020. 9 copies of M19. And 1 copy from whatever that is. Okay, cool beans. I'm going to hit save on that. So, since I'm not editing, this only shows me the ones that I have, which is kind of cool. Alright, that's awesome. Let's go back to home. Let's go to search. Let's search for shock. All right. So you can see I've got them in 3 decks, and I have in this collection. Tap on that. It doesn't take me to shock. That's kind of disappointing. Let's go back. But I know I have in the collection, so I can search again, so it's not that big of a whoop. But tap on this. So let's look at shock here. So here's shock. You can see that it's legal in everything but old school. And then you see right here in my collection, I have 2 binders, my cards and the collection. My cards is old and defunct, and I'm going to get rid of it. But this is my main binder now. And you can see I've got 1 of this set, 5 of that set, 9, 9, and 1. Price comparison, which I never pay attention to that. I don't care. Versions, you can see this sort of cool stuff. If you cared about this, I don't care about this. And rulings. Why is rulings not showing up? Maybe there's no rulings. Let's look up, let's see here, Vraska. Let's do a attendant of Vraska. There's the rulings. Boom. So if you click on rulings, this is from the gatherer. So I find that pretty handy that I can just look up cards. I can say, how many do I have? Do I have any? I have 3 in my cards. And here's the rulings on it. Bam. And if you tap on this, it throws up the card art, which looks nice on a big screen. This is not so good on an iPad because I got a 12.9 iPad Pro, and the card art is this big on iPad Pro. So it's kind of disappointing. I have this nice big screen on the iPad, and I can't get full-size art for that. But on this, it's pretty neat just to see this big old Vraska card. It's pretty awesome. Or attendant of Vraska. So yeah, this is a great website. Love this website, this whole service. Yeah, good stuff. Highly recommend this website.